Hello everyone, welcome back. Let's make biscuits. First, preheat your oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit and line a baking sheet with parchment paper or a silicone mat. I will list the ingredients in the description. You'll need 2 cups of flour. I already have 1 cup sifted in the large bowl and another cup of flour lightly spooned into my measuring cup, not packed in. Let's level off the excess. And with the excess flour, we'll use later for dusting our surface and for dipping our biscuit cutters. So to the flour, add 1 tablespoon of baking powder, 1 tablespoon of sugar, and a half teaspoon of salt. Give it a sift. And use a wire whisk to combine it well. We'll need 1 stick of cold, unsalted butter. I like to grate my butter into the flour mixture, so 15 to 20 minutes before making the biscuits, I'll place a stick of butter in the freezer. This makes it much easier to grate. You don't have to do that, but I find it makes it much easier. I will be speeding up the video during the grating process, but when you grate the butter, please go slow and steady, being very careful not to grate your fingers. So hold the butter with the wrapper, put a little pressure and grate. As you get towards the end of the stick, you can use your fingers to break it down into smaller pieces. Now get in there and incorporate the butter with the flour mixture. You want to make sure that the pieces of butter are evenly distributed. And in case you didn't know, the cold butter creates small pockets of fat. So when the biscuits hit the hot oven, they create steam, which creates layers, giving you a flaky biscuit. The mixture should feel soft and light in texture. Let's give our hands a quick wipe. For the liquid, we'll need 1/2 to 2/3 cup of 2% or whole milk. I don't recommend non-fat milk because the biscuits need the fat content from the milk. Add the milk a little at a time, adding just enough until the dough starts to pull away from the sides of the bowl as you mix. Add a little more milk. Add the rest and continue mixing. As you can see, the mixture is pulling away from the sides of the bowl. That's exactly what we want. That looks about right. Let's grab a rubber spatula to get all the dough. Lightly flour your surface and turn out your dough. Bring the dough together. And a little more flour, flatten it slightly, and fold it over once, then twice. Try not to overwork the dough. A little more flour. Now at this point, you could use a rolling pin, but I just use the palms of my hands to flatten the dough to 1/2 inch thickness. And just add a little bit of flour to prevent your hands from sticking to the dough. Now dip a 2 or 2.5 inch biscuit cutter into the flour. And press straight down onto the dough, being careful not to twist the cutter. Otherwise, you'll end up sealing the edges of your biscuits and they won't come out as flaky. So again, dip your cutter and press straight down. Dip your cutter, press straight down. And repeat the process. Let's grab our prepared baking sheet. We're going to place the biscuits about 1 inch apart. The biscuits won't spread, they'll only rise, so having them close together is fine. Okay, so let's repeat the process. Now, can you use shortening or margarine for this recipe? Sure you can. I have used both in the past, but I prefer to use butter. I find it makes my biscuits taste better and they come out more tender and flaky. So, butter for the win. This recipe will give you about 12 to 15 biscuits depending on the size of your cutter. So we'll bake these in the preheated 425-degree oven for 10 to 12 minutes or until the tops are a light golden brown. So here are the freshly baked biscuits. Let's open one up. You can see the layers. They're tender, flaky, and piping hot. Let's check out the heart. Nicely browned on top. Nice. This is one of the smaller biscuits. Looks great. And one more. You can see how well the butter was distributed with those beautiful layers. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like and consider subscribing. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.